We're laying down on the job, Michelle. We're so hard at work. We've been really hard at work. Do you know where we are?
I do know where I am.
We haven't been drinking yet. Where are we, folks? We are on the ground at our brand new studios. Do you remember, if you're a diehard, you watched 2 years ago when I sat in the middle of the room with a candle and a book and a microphone? No, I don't even think I had a microphone. A phone.
A phone. Yeah, you did.
And it was the first show done in our old studios. And because of you, we've outgrown those studios. So many viewers, so many new platforms, so much positivity, so much fun, so many tears. It's been a wild ride. So Michelle and I, on this special Wet Your Whistle edition, we're going to be back with Defiance Ridge soon. We picked a couple of wines. One's from California, one is from Italy, and then we're going to pair it with some different food. We're going to have some fun with you, and feel free to comment and say whatever you want, but we thought we would come to you before we debut the new set.
This is a teaser.
We've been hard at work, right?
We have been hard at work. We deserve this. That's why I'm laying down.
You can sit up. Okay, so the funny thing is, I have a friend that we went out to dinner one time, and we laughed because we saw this wine on the menu, and we just thought it was funny. And it's called
Freakshow.
Freakshow. And we just had a laugh about it and didn't expect it to be good. And it actually is. Okay, Michelle's going to do her favorite part here. Shout out to Chuck Gillentine, by the way, with Defiance Ridge Vineyards. Look forward. Oh, there it is. Looking forward to being back with you very, very soon. As you see on the bottom here, Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. We do it with Defiance Ridge about every other Wednesday. Okay, so we're going to show you a couple different wines today.
This is the Freakshow.
And then you want to tell them what we're pairing it with? Yeah. So there's the label. Isn't it fun? It's like a carnival.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, tell them
it's got like a strong man on it.
Tell them about the good gifts that we're going to give away next week.
We've got some great giveaways. We have a Sugar Creek Winery gift card. Correct?
Yes.
And is it $25?
Something on those lines. And then we also have a farmhouse dinner that we're going to give away with Defiance Ridge Vineyards that we'll be giving away. We have circus tickets for a family of 4.
Circus Flora.
We have a watch from Galvin Watch Company out of Australia, a woman-owned business, woman-designed, woman-repaired. She does it all. Susan Galvin, who you're going to hear from very soon.
Beautiful stuff.
Yes, and we're actually going to auction one off. We're not just going to give that one away. We're going to auction off. We'll see how charitable-minded you are, and we're going to give all the proceeds, 100% of the proceeds from that auction, to one of our charities. We're thinking, because Susan's very big on children's charities in Australia, so I'm thinking about picking a really good children's charity. If you know one, go ahead and give me a shout out and put it in the comments right now. We'd love to know who you think we should give that money to. And then some other exciting things. Yes, we've got books from Building Your Team in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. And I can guarantee more to come as we head into next week. But I'm excited for celebrating 500 shows.
Next week's going to be a busy week.
It's going to be busy, but it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
We're going to be outside of this while this all comes together, and then we get a chance to debut the set. Okay, so this is Freakshow before we taste any food, and then we'll show you the platter of food we made. So nose on it.
It's a mishmash.
It is.
It's
fun. But you know what? That's the thing. Sometimes people decide to have friends over and they're like, oh my gosh, I got to pull food together really quick. What do we have? Open the refrigerator. My grandma used to call it, tonight, kids, you're going to have must go.
Must go?
And my mom would go, what's must go? Everything in the refrigerator must go. Grandma, you're so cute.
And it was probably all in margarine tubs. That's what you used to put your leftovers in.
So this is a very garnet color. We were showing Pinot Noir with Chuck last week, and he also had a Sauvignon Blanc, or he said you could have had a Gruner, and he was pairing it with roasted asparagus.
I saw that.
Yeah. So the coloring, though, in our Pinots was very, very different. This is extremely dark red, garnet color. What are you tasting in it?
This is a 2022.
Freakshow, by the way, and we'll tag them in it. What area?
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Is it from? What part of Cali? What?
Gotta get my glasses.
Oh,
I don't have my
that's what happens when you get past 50, everybody.
Let me do the zoom in.
So here's the deal.
My phone.
We are going to show you a freak show as well as, okay, I gotta say, this is absolutely positively my favorite Amarone. If you are a fan of Amarone. I was told by a lot of people this is hard to find. And when you and I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, we're definitely going to feature this. So this is Amarone from Luigi Righetti. And the very first time I ever tried it, it blew me away. We actually almost bought all 6 of them. You know where we found this? Tell them. Schnucks.
Yes.
The Schnucks off of Lindbergh in Frontenac. They have an incredible selection of wine. And then they've got like this wine club membership, right? So you get a pretty deep discount.
Yeah, I think if you get 6, you get
we should have
or something.
Well,
we should have.
We should have joined the membership. So we're going to do an Italian wine against a California wine. And very soon, we're going to talk about something that's been in the news a lot lately. And it's really interesting about which side of the aisle you are on this. I hear so many commercials from the farming industry talking about glyphosate. Okay, well, there's a woman that was on the House floor saying that shouldn't be in our food and that shouldn't be in our wine. And that's the problem with wines in the United States. And that's why you get headaches and all these different aspects of inflammation. Right. And then she's like, you go to Europe, Italy, et cetera, and you don't have those things because she says they don't have glyphosate in it. However, these commercials I'm hearing from the farming industry are talking about how it's been around for 50 years and all the FDA approval. So this is just a little sneak. I'm not going to go deep into it because I don't have all the background, but I don't want to just have one side of the aisle.
No, we need to bring some farmers in.
Yes, farmers against, I don't say against, but listening to the other side. So it will be interesting. Okay, so give us some notes on the Freakshow. So one more time.
All right.
This is a Cabernet. Is it 100%? Oh, it's from Lodi.
Yep.
I didn't need glasses.
I was reading.
I thought she was going to smack me. It's right here.
Oh, I was reading the tiny print on the back.
So it's the strongest man on earth. Freakshow. How cool is that? You know what? They should have paired up with.
In the back is a little admission ticket.
Oh,
that's what I was trying to read. Was the tiny print.
Okay, so give us some notes on it.
So and it runs. I don't remember how much we paid for it, but
it wasn't very much.
Under $20.
Yeah,
under $20 you can get this. So people are saying oak vanilla chocolate.
Hold on, let me smell or taste. Notes of your nose.
Smells of more of the dark berries.
The berries really, really straight out of the gate on your nose.
Blackberry.
That's what I smelled was blackberry.
They're saying tobacco.
I never smell tobacco. My husband probably would.
I'm not smelling that.
Okay.
Cedar.
What else? Cedar. People laugh sometimes when they just first get into wine. They're like, I smell grass. I smell feet. Stomping of the grapes.
It's true. It's true. There was one
that I had
that actually smelled like Band-Aids.
Okay, that's gross.
Like when you open up a
can. I don't like the smell. Yeah.
The old cans of Band-Aids.
Was it a good wine?
It was a good wine, but it just
like
smelled like Band-Aids. And I talked to my friend Nicole, who is a sommelier, and she said that is an actual description.
Well, have you seen the shows with, by the way, all of you, welcome aboard, Michelle and myself doing a very casual, comfortable Wet Your Whistle Wednesday in what will soon be the reveal of our new studio. So we wanted some familiarity.
Some elements of the old studio.
Do you remember the curtains? I hope so. If you're new to the show,
you better, because we steamed the crap out of these things because they were wrinkly. Please tell me you remember them.
I'm going to say I have to thank everybody that's been a part of this, from my husband Jim to Brian Gaze is how you pronounce his last name. He said it's like Spady.
It doesn't.
Goez. I thought it was Goez.
Yeah.
And he said it's like Spady. Like Spady Road looks like Spody, right? So it's Gaze. So Brian, I'm so glad that we were introduced to you by the way, our good friends, Sarah Franco, who a lot of you hopefully know, and Brandon. They're good friends with Brian. Oh my gosh, Brian has been amazing. And boy, does that man know lighting.
He is very,
I don't know if he'd be happy with our lighting right now.
Probably not. Probably not. He's going to send you some notes.
Yeah. He's going to be like, what did you two do? We're having fun and we're being real. That's what we're doing. And we're on the floor drinking wine. And here, let's show you, by the way, what we're going to get ready to pair it with. And this is how real we are. We couldn't find a platter, so this is a cutting board.
We did what we could.
Are you all having fun with us? Are you home? Tell us, by the way, what are you drinking? Are you able to toast and, throw back a red or a white with us? Maybe wine is not your thing and you're a bourbon guy or girl. Maybe you like vodka or gin, or as we did the very first time we did a Wet Your Whistle, tequila.
Tequila. Okay, so a little behind the scenes on that.
Okay.
We actually pre-recorded that one. And so
people thought we were drinking tequila at 9:00 in the morning. Or was it
No,
7?
we were drinking, at 9 a.m. in the morning, but it ran at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Did it or did it run? No, because we used to, I see again, this is what we're enjoying.
I thought
Hopefully
we
you're enjoying.
did.
No, we used to air Wet Your Whistle in the morning.
Oh, we did.
And people were like, you're drinking at 7 a.m. I'm like, not that early, but 9.
But 9. We did pre-record those.
And then we switched Wet Your Whistle. So we're getting, if you're
happy
new
hour.
to
That's
the show,
right.
we are giving you some
It's been
background
2 years.
on
I don't
500 shows coming up next Tuesday. 2 years of a lot of fun and a lot of hard work and a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of adversity, overcoming adversity, all these things we've been talking about and what you do with the adversity. We just kept forging forward.
Yep.
I told Michelle something the other day, and I hope this touches you as much as it touched me. So when I lean in on, this is against us, the evil side, the good side of life, here's my joke. I, the other day, sent a text to her because I didn't want to forget, and I was heading out of the house, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be remembered for this phrase. And so I said, God says, put it in my hands, and then I will hold yours, and I will guide you. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, I literally started crying when I said that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to be remembered for this. Now, one of my clients, Anne, said, you need to get that in calligraphy and put it on your set. And I was like, that would be beautiful. That would be or something. It came to me and it was really beautiful. So once again, put it in God's hands. And then he says, I will hold yours and I will guide you. And he really has continued to do that. We're not stopping anytime soon. I just see this getting bigger and bigger. And so many people are coming to us saying that they want to be a part of the show because they love the positivity. We just had guests on this past week that said, I love what you're doing. I want to watch now. Right? I'm a regular viewer. And it's really been fun. Don't you agree that we've had all these wonderful people on, even in the last couple of months to all the way 2 years ago. And I see them pop on and I see them watching and I see them sharing. And all these new people.
In Italy.
Yes, Italy. We're going to have Australia watching us because of the watch company. We have a lot of people in the Philippines. We've had people watching in Africa because of some of the shows that we did there. And I want to keep doing that. We mix in national, we mix in international, we mix in, of course, local, regional. I've always been from here and known here in St. Louis. So it's the reason that we do, because some people are like, well, do you think maybe you'll not do weather or not do this? And I was like, no, we're unique. And I want Beckett to be a part of us, our aspiring meteorologist. So I don't want to lose those components. But I do want to know from you, is there anything we do that you think, you don't need to do that? Or is there anything we're not doing that you'd like us to do? That's what I want to know moving forward as we get ready to go to 600 and 1,000. We're already talking about what should we do for 1,000? That's 2 years from now, if we keep this grind going. Okay, what would you like to pair with this first? Because we tasted it first. Yes, as we said, really, really heavy on the nose of a blackberry. Big
and it is bold on the tongue, but it has a nice finish.
And this is what I have hard time with. I am a huge Cab fan. I'm a huge blend fan of Cab and Cab Franc and Petite Syrahs, which, again, you always hear Chuck always talk about. Those are big though, Monica. And I said, really? It just doesn't. But I've been brought to it.
I don't feel like this is big.
No. But to other people that don't like red wine, it would be.
True. Yeah. True. But this is a good transition wine if you're going to go from a white to a more bold red.
He may not agree with that, but I do.
But
he would say
this doesn't do that thing to your tongue. Like, it doesn't dry out your tongue.
Correct. It is, to me, a fruit bomb. Which is we talked about last week, by the way. It's sweeter to me. So if you are trying to be transitioned from a white to a red, a lot of times they say to do a Pinot Noir because they call that the white drinker's red. And I would agree with that. But I sometimes like to say, well, try a fruit bomb. Okay, so I'm going to do a little cheeses. So we have, sound like I said Jesus. I am going to do an Italian cheese, and then we have a Parmesan that's rosemary and olive oil, which is
Asiago.
Asiago. Sorry. Yes, you are correct. So this is the Asiago rosemary.
It's delicious.
Olive oil. Oh, you had some already?
I had some, but not with the wine.
So I'm going to do the Italian. This is an artisan Italian that we're pairing. We're going to do this also with the Amarone, though. You like that?
So good.
Sorry, Mom, I'm talking with my mouth full.
It's the rosemary.
You love rosemary, don't you?
I do love rosemary.
And some people say rosemary, cilantro, oregano, that they think these are all overpowering. We talked about that last week on the show, too.
Depends on what you put it in.
See what the pairing of your wine is. Cheers, everybody. Oh, I like it with the Italian.
It's delicious with this.
This isn't too strong. So if you do an Amarone, I was looking up earlier, what would be a good pairing? So if you're going to have this at your house, and again, we get nothing from them, by the way. It's just we're picking things and we're showcasing different things that we like. This is a 2019 Amarone della Valpolicella. from Italy, Luigi Righetti. That's what the label looks like, by the way. And I'm just a big fan. There's other Amarones that I think are really great, but this is
Can we open it?
around a 35
Well, we gotta finish this glass first. We gotta
35 40
I should have brought
$45
extra glasses.
is what I've seen it for. You might, if you find it for less, by the way, please let me know because I want to go grab it. This is phenomenal.
I thought that was in the 40s for some reason.
35 to 40, it depends. I got it one time on the hill for $32, but that's been a little while. I think we got this for, you think it's for 40?
It's probably more expensive. You know, egg prices are up. So
What the heck does that have to do with the price of eggs?
because they send chickens out into the fields.
Yes, they're running around.
Yeah, especially when you're in an organic winery, which
So
Italy would be.
So we looked it up. How much?
$44.69.
I think we got it for less than that though. And if you are part of like a wine club, you can get there. See,
Yep.
$38.95.
38.
I found it for about $39. It's not going to be 32 anymore, but about 39 should be
That
good.
the 2020 was 38.
Okay, and this is the 19, right? Yes. So what I looked up was what are the best pairings with it, and it was pork, like a pulled pork, which we're going to do. Look at this. We talk about the balance of life. That looks huge. I think we can share this. I mean, that's massive. But we are hungry. We haven't eaten today. Or ham, barbecue, strong Italian cheeses. So we've got an Italian. I wouldn't say it's strong. That's pretty mild. And then we got pulled pork. So we'll do that with this. You want to open it and do your favorite sound?
I can. We have to empty our glasses because I didn't
we
bring
will.
extra glasses.
These lights, by the way, in here with this sweatshirt are hot. Welcome aboard again, by the way. If you're just tuning in, we're having a very casual, very fun Wet Your Whistle Wednesday picnic in our new studios. So stay tuned
On the floor.
to my, we are on the floor. Stay tuned to my social media pages, please. Facebook and Instagram and X and even TikTok. So follow us everywhere. Tell your friends and family to follow us everywhere. And we are going to be putting some shorts and some reels together to tease you for the brand new studio that will be debuted very soon. We don't have an exact date yet, but we do want to invite you, by the way.
Just a couple of teases.
If you want to come to the grand opening, we would encourage that. We're going to invite different businesses. Let's invite the Chamber of Commerce and tell them to come on over.
They should.
We're going to invite maybe past sponsors and brand new sponsors that want to be a part. You having a hard time over there?
Yes.
Yeah, brand new sponsors that want to be a part of the show. People that have done Mobile Monicas, past guests, people that have stood out. Oh, that's what I want to ask everybody. Are there guests that have just made a profound impact on your life?
I know what they're going to say.
Who?
Ruby.
Okay.
They're going to.
Well, here's the problem. Unless she's
Ruby's
able
on
to
tour.
join us via a link, which I encourage as well. Pop.
Ooh, that was
Ruby
loud.
is all over the place. She was just
She
in
is.
Dollywood. She's in
everywhere.
Tennessee. She's got a lot going on. But
We knew her when.
Yep, right. And so she wants to get back in personal training with me again as well, which, by the way, we just came from the gym. So we talk about the balance of life. She and I just trained hard. And by the way, you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours in the gym. We spent, what, 40?
Yeah,
Minutes?
it was quick because
Not
we
40
knew we had
hours,
to get
40
back
minutes.
here because we're waiting for a delivery.
We're waiting for the delivery, which if you hear the doorbell ring, that's going to be the next noise. She likes the pop of the cork. The doorbell would mean exciting
The
things
dogs
to
start
come.
barking. Oh,
Yes.
wait, we're not at your house.
No, Adelie would like to be our mascot on set, though. Can you imagine her running up and down? Okay, so we've got to do the
She's
pulled
nuts.
pork. Oh, I want to do that. So we've got a little sushi, by the way. Let me show you this again.
It's a spicy tuna.
It's a spicy tuna. Actually, it's an ahi, kind of a Hawaiian thing. So it's got what, sriracha mayonnaise on it?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
No rice.
No, we did it with
It's a lettuce wrap
rice
and then a rice paper.
rice paper, which I actually am a bigger fan of. You don't have the heaviness of
But yeah,
the,
it's so heavy when you have all that rice.
but it's the sticky rice and it's sometimes brown rice. That's a little bit better for you. But if you want to eliminate all of that, and people who are trying to, which you shouldn't, by the way, because you need fuel of carbs. But if you are wanting to eliminate carbs when you get sushi, you can do it with lettuce wraps and you can do it with rice paper. I like the pink rice paper. I like this with the sushi, by the way, which is what I was thinking I would. You had that earlier, didn't you? The cab with
I
the
did,
sushi?
but I didn't have it with the wine.
Oh, you didn't do it
because we
together.
hadn't opened the wine yet.
Go ahead, and then we're going to switch.
All right.
We're going to transition, by the way, a little spice, a little pork. I didn't. Oh, and then we have these also. These are my absolute favorite almonds. You need a napkin when you have these because they've got oil on them. Marcona almonds. They're delicious. So this is our Italian side. We're going to tie this in too. Thank you to Viviano's and Chef Mel. They provided us with these. How do you say that? Bacchi?
Sure.
Like Bacchus?
Sure.
Baki, maybe. Tell us if we're wrong. Original dark chocolate. And my favorite oat crackers. We're going to tag all these brands in here. They're so good. We didn't do our chilies. We both saw it.
Wait, we have chili sauce.
Okay, we're going to transition from the United States to Europe. We're going to go. Why did I go up? It's like Greg Brady. Or no, Peter Brady. Changing his voice. All right, we're just being silly. We have been so hard at work because she's putting a lot on. Okay, before I transition,
a lot of sauce.
You can have a little. This, I don't know that this would go well with the Italian. That's yummy. The sweet chili sauce with our sushi, which we'll come back to. We're going to go back and forth. Again, if you're just tuning in, Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. It is very organic how it started. Thank you in the past, by the way, to Clayton Winehouse, who originally was our sponsor. And then thank you to Chuck Gillentine, who took over this time last year, by the way.
Really?
It was
It's been a year?
It's been a year. It was February when he reached out and said, speaking of Ruby Lee, can we do a promotion?
Yeah,
he had her perform there
I
last
know.
year. So we started our Wet Your Whistle leading up to Ruby Lee's performance. This is the best nose. It's very, very, very European, which if you've never tried European wines, you need to.
Stinky cheese.
Well, stronger Italian cheeses that they were mentioning.
But I'm smelling
So if you're just, hold on.
stinky cheese.
If you're just tuning in, Freakshow was the Cabernet that we featured. What's the year in it again? Did we really go
22.
22. 22 Cab from Lodi, California, and then a 2019 Amarone from Luigi Righetti, Italy. This is my favorite. I'm excited. I'm actually glad we're doing this
The notes on
as
that.
we get ready to transition
Okay.
to our new studio. What?
This is interesting because
They both have oak and vanilla?
They're saying berries, oak, tobacco, vanilla. Yep. They're describing it very similarly.
We've only had a half a glass.
Similarly.
And we're not driving.
Similarly. But yeah, same
We're
thing.
sleeping here tonight.
Same thing. Gosh,
We got a lot of testing to do before we
on
launch
the
this.
floor. I am too old to sleep on the floor.
You know, this isn't as strong as I thought the nose would be. A lot of times European wines are just like, whoa, in your face. And it's like, what a transition from what I smell in United States wines. This is actually pretty mellow. Okay, you tasted it already? What do you think?
It tastes pretty mellow too.
Oh, it's so good. I've missed you.
Just having a love affair over here.
Okay, and then this is what we said: ham, barbecue, pulled pork. We honestly, it's nothing fancy here. We went to Schnucks. We just heated this up.
Yeah, we heated it up. It was like a prepackaged.
What brand is this? Do we know?
No, it was just like a prepackaged microwavable dish
with a pretzel bun. Raise your hand. How many of you love pretzel buns? What was that again? My husband loves pretzel buns and pretzels and everything to do with pretzels. Oh, that's yummy. Look, it's simple, just from the grocery store. Okay, now we're going to pair it with the Amarone. Yep, that's good together. Again, their recommendations, if you believe them. Who is them? They, online. Somebody out there is a they. That's their pronoun.
They have a lot of power.
They. Who's they?
They control everything.
So the Italian cheese, you know, it'd be interesting for us to say, oh, no, that does not go together. Because that's what we could really teach, or those that are in the industry could teach.
Well, that happened when we were pairing the different wines with the chocolate. Remember, there was one that we had.
We were like, that doesn't work. Or we liked one better.
I think it was the rosé and the milk chocolate. It was like, oh, no. No, I was like, I can tell already.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry, folks. This wine is amazing. I have missed this wine. It is, isn't it?
It's delicious.
And it's not $100, $150, $200 bottle of wine, which there are some incredibly expensive wines out there. So if you want to do $20, Freakshow. You want to do $40? If you can find it, again, the Luigi Righetti. Sorry, I don't do Italian.
Luigi sounds very Italian.
Luigi Righetti Amarone. If you've never introduced yourself to an Amarone, introduce yourself and then tell me what you think, because all I had to do was be introduced and I fell in love with it. But then I had another one that I thought was okay. I was getting ready to say the name. I'm like, never mind. I'm not going to do that. But it was okay. I keep going back to that. And the other one, by the way, was more expensive. It was like $65 or $70. So as we've told you many times, just because a bottle of wine is more expensive doesn't mean it's better. You could find a $15 to $20 bottle of wine that blows you away. get it. It
Yep.
works with your palate.
Right.
Did you taste it with the Italian cheese?
No.
Yeah,
I did
do
not.
that. This is a good pairing.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is tell you before we wrap up what this is very good together. What may not be good together. We saved it for the end because Michelle's like, dear God, that's a lot of pepper on that.
It's black.
It is.
It was just a
black. It looked like chocolate. Look at this.
It was like a rod of black in plastic. And I'm like, what did you get?
That's all pepper. It's black pepper. Is it salami?
Brace myself.
Yeah, it smells good. I love spice.
I think it would just
overpower.
Kill.
Which Chuck and I talked about last week. Cheers to you, Chuck and Michelle. This Michelle and his wife, Michelle. It's very hearty. It's very peppery. I actually think it's going to be better with that.
Yeah, that's insane. It's an insane amount of pepper.
They do not go together. But I think it will with that because you've got some sweetness and spiciness.
Right.
So
and that's what you want.
This is what we teach you.
Balance of life.
There's the balance. Why are we doing this? My clients are all like,
wine
Monica's drinking wine. Monica's eating cheese. Monica's eating salamis. Balance. Here's another thing I don't think it's going to go with. This is a spicy, maybe. They said on the label it was spicy, but I'm used to a peppadew pepper being sweet. This particular one said it was spicy.
They were so oily too. Like spilled oil everywhere.
Oh, it is. Oh, I like that. Oh, see, again, that would go with the...
It's not that spicy.
No, but that would... well, here, let's try it. Cheers to you as before we wrap up. As everybody sits here and sees us drink and eat together. That was yummy.
It is good. It's not spicy.
It doesn't go with this. No, it will go with the Freak Show, though. Okay. Trust me on that. It'll be better with that. Okay, and then before we wrap up, how about a little Italian chocolate with an Italian wine? And then we're going to go back. I'm going to actually have us, as we wrap up, go and try that Freak Show with some of the spicier things.
Agreed.
So, everybody, thank you so much for entertaining us.
So I have to tell you the story.
Oh, yeah, please.
Okay, so my husband and I were having dinner. we really weren't. We were having charcuterie.
What is dinner?
We were having charcuterie.
Oh, I thought it was a romantic thing.
No.
I was like, where was she going with this?
And so we were down in our basement, our basement. And we were sitting on our couch, and there really isn't like a good table down there to eat from. We weren't sitting at the bar. We were watching TV. And so we were sitting at our coffee table. He hurt his back recently. So we're both like, getting down like we are right now, having our little charcuterie. And it was so funny. I said, honey, do you remember when we first started dating back in 01? And we had a place together, and that was our dinner table. We would sit at the coffee table.
Sure.
And eat our food and be like, oh, I forgot napkins. And you'd hop right up and go get napkins. And oh, I forgot this, and hop right up. And it's like, he's like, oh, I forgot the bottle of wine. And we're both like,
all you had to do was say, Max
is working.
Oh, darn it.
That's why we were doing charcuterie for
Max
dinner.
is their 17-year-old. Max,
if our son was home, I would have made a real meal with vegetables and all that. But it was just the two of us, and we're like, charcuterie for dinner. Okay, yeah, let's
you know what? But all of you that are married, think about dating. Think about the age you started dating. Think about how young you were. Again, the evolution of life. This is a beautiful way for us to wrap up. Think about just how incredible the beginning was, and the middle, and then the end of life. And hopefully you are concentrating on the unbelievable moments that you share with your family and your friends that are like family. Please understand how important it is to grab hold of every second of every day and appreciate the breath in your lungs and what you have and the blessings that are bestowed upon you. And you, by the way, are blessings to all of us. You followed me in TV and radio, and you followed me from that to this, and you keep telling your friends and family. And by the way, keep doing that for us, please. It really, really matters. But we all go back and think of where we came from and the roots of it all. And I'll never forget the roots and how I was brought up and how I will always be real to you. You can guarantee that. But one of the things that I love is to go back and think when Jim and I started dating, and then when we got our house. So we're coming up on 10 years of marriage in October, which I can't believe it's been that fast. gone by that fast. But I remember when we bought our house and we had no furniture in there, right? And we're just like, let's order a pizza and have a bottle of wine. And let's just sit down on the floor with our backs up against. And I tell you what, it's one of my favorite memories.
Jim couldn't do that now with his knees.
I don't. Monica, Adelaide, go get me something. All right, to all of you, we're going to wrap up. We're going to do this with a little chocolate. So Italian chocolate, Italian wine. Do a little bite. Again, I don't know if it's bacchi or baci or. Oh, it's good.
It's got a little hazelnut in the middle. What are we eating?
This is from our friends at Viviano's.
I know, but what's in it?
Original dark.
Truffle and hazelnuts.
Oh, I love truffles.
Good stuff.
All right. Cheers
All right.
to you, my friend.
Cheers to
You
you.
need to refill.
I do.
We're going to do that. We're waiting for our delivery. And then pay attention to our social media pages because we've got a lot of exciting things to come. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you've done for us. And please continue to share, love, like everything that you can possibly do on all the social media pages and keep sharing it with your family and friends because we got a lot of exciting things to come. And I'd love to see you, by the way,
Join us next week.
Tuesday for a workout.
Lots of opportunities.
We're starting earlier, 6:30 in the morning. We're going to start with the workout, and then we'll sit down and we'll talk with Corey with Extra Mile Fitness. Thank you for booking us for a Mobile Monica during our 500th celebration.
Yay.
Thank you to Jen and John Manus with Hello Juice and Smoothie. We will be there at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we'll be drinking wine and having incredible food with Chef Mel, with Chef Mel's sauces, as well as Viviano's in Fenton, 4 to 5:30 p.m. And trust me, we'll be there much later than that.
We'll be there later, I'm sure.
And then thank you to Ken and the staff over at Tidy John's, which we just brought on board. We've been talking about them, though, since last summer. If you look back on my Instagram page, we fell in love with them. I introduced her.
Oh, their smash burgers are ridiculous.
See?
So good. But they have it in a breakfast form, too. So, yeah.
The original
there in the
Tidy
morning.
John with an egg on top. And then they also have biscuit and gravy and
they have a breakfast sandwich.
Yes.
So it's like you can choose your meat and then egg and cheese.
So that's Friday morning at 7 a.m. And that's the culmination of the big celebration week. And just thank you to all of you and anybody else that wants some positivity and a lot of eyes and a lot of traction on your business from our show. Reach out to us for a Mobile Monica. We've got a lot of big things to come. All right. Cheers to you. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you, my friend.
Thank you for wetting your whistle with us and whatever it is that you enjoy. And if you don't drink, have a mocktail with us. Remember, we're not pushing drinking on anybody. We just like to wet our whistle with wine.
Yeah.
And my husband
put a little Sprite in a champagne glass. You
Yeah.
feel fancy.
Exactly. Or have some water. Just enjoy the show with us. In a future show, we're going to do a little bourbon because bourbon has just been huge. My husband is the OG of the scotches and the bourbons from when I dated him back in 2001, by the way, which is interesting that you just said that. I was like, what are you drinking? Johnny Walker, black, red. He was the scotch drinker. And then he really go, oh, I like bourbons as well. So we need to do that. We need to do some bourbons.
Yeah, with the husbands.
Yep.
They're both into bourbon.
Is there something we haven't ever featured on a Wet Your Whistle that you would like us to? Because have we done vodka?
I think we did.
We haven't done gin.
I'm not a gin fan. My husband is. Maybe he.
I'm not either. My husband is also a big. But we went to a place.
Like Christmas
How about
trees.
this? I agree. A lot of them do. We need to go to a place in Birmingham, Alabama, and do a Wet Your Whistle Wednesday from Dread River because my brother swears that is the only gin he liked, and now he actually said maybe
That's
I like
true.
some gins.
When we did tour that,
yes, did you like it?
I did.
See?
Actually, I
It
did.
didn't taste like a Christmas tree.
No, I do remember that now.
And their vodka is really good too. Dread River vodka. Dread River, shout out, bring us to Alabama. So that's the thing that we can do.
We'll come to you.
We're coming to Texas.
We're going to Texas.
In a wine barrel cabin. You got to stay tuned for that. All right. Cheers to you all. Go ahead and wet your whistle with whatever you have at home. Thank you so much for joining us and drink up.